Mindful of your children, and as much as possible, give us as much room as we need.
Joe, just get ahead.
Please, silence. Complete silence.
Are you not the king of the Jews?
You say so.
Do you not hear the things that they're testifying against you?
Let him be crucified. Crucify him. Crucify him.
Why? What crime has this man committed? I find him guilty of no capital crime. I shall have him flogged and then release him. Take him away.
Please, crowd, do not move. Do not move as the actors move. We will give you the prompts to move. Please, this crowd, move back to where you're sitting. Do not come closer. Do not come closer.
today, so that you may know that I find no fault with this man.
Crucify him, crucify him.
Which of the two prisoners would you like for me to release today? Barabbas or Jesus, the Messiah?
Barabbas, away with this man. Release Barabbas to us.
Then what shall I do with Jesus, the Messiah?
Crucify him, crucify him.
Take him away and crucify him. I find no guilt in him. Where are you from? Do you not speak to me? Do you not know that I have the power to crucify you and I have the power to release you?
You would have no power over me if it had not been given to you from above. For this reason, the one who handed me over to you has the greater sin.
Hail, your king!
Let him be crucified.
I am innocent of this man's blood. Look to it yourselves.
His blood be upon us and upon our children.
Dear Jesus, please make me brave, so I can do what is right, even when it is hard to do so. Do not let me be afraid to stand up for somebody when others are telling lies about that person. Help me not to put luxury, success, popularity, or my own opinions above what is right.
Look at the quiet way Jesus does what they tell him. He does not fight with the men who push him. He does not hate them and say rough words to them. If they had known he was dying for them, and for all of us, they would have acted differently. So Jesus forgives them. He thinks only of how he loves them and us. And he takes up the cross, but in his heart, he asks his heavenly Father to help him carry it bravely.
Step up close to Jesus. See what a hard time he has getting the cross onto his shoulder. It is clumsy and heavy. His shoulders are already sore because they have whipped him extensively. There are thorns around his head too. Sometimes the cross hits these thorns. They go into Jesus' head like sharp nails. Let us kneel if you are able. Whisper in your hearts, Jesus, make me brave like you.
Dear Jesus, when something is hard for me to do, help me to remember how to look to the cross without fussing about it. Help me to be good and kind to others, even when it is not easy. Help me to control the anger in my life. Help me to take responsibility for both the good and the bad things that is happening to me.
കർത്താവേ ഞങ്ങളെ അനുഗ്രഹിക്കണമേ. മാതാവേ ക്രിസ്തുനായ കർത്താവിന്റെ തിരുമുറകളെ ഹൃദയങ്ങളിൽ പതിപ്പിച്ചുറപ്പിക്കണമേ. കഴിയാതെ ലോകനാഥൻ പ്രഭാതം കല്ലിന്മേൽ തട്ടി മുറിഞ്ഞു ചെന്നീളം വാർന്നൊഴുകി. മാനവരില്ല വാനവരില്ല താങ്ങി തുണച്ചിടുവാൻ അനുതാപമൂറുന്ന കണ്ണുനീർ തോകി അണയുന്ന മഞ്ഞിൽ ഞങ്ങൾ.
The third station, Jesus falls for the first time. We adore you, O Christ, and we praise you, because by the holy
Cross you have redeemed the world. Look at how Jesus is stumbling along, struggling just to stand. The cross is crushing his shoulder, and the sharp stones in the road cut his bare feet. All around him, people are shouting and pushing, and the Roman soldiers who have been ordered to crucify him want him to hurry. Jesus tries as hard as he can to move faster, but he stumbles and falls.
Dear Jesus, if something hurts me today, remind me to offer my hurt to God. Do not let me be mean to anyone who gets hurt, or anyone who makes mistakes, or to anyone who is different from me. Help me to love others as you love us.
കർത്താവേ ഞങ്ങളെ അനുഗ്രഹിക്കണമേ.
Sorry. Sorry.
station, Jesus meets his mother. We adore you, O Christ, and we praise you, because by the holy cross
You have redeemed the world.
Look at that lady reaching out to Jesus from the crowd. She is his mother, Mary. She comes close and her face is full of tears. Tears are on Jesus' cheeks as well. You can tell how much they love each other. Look at Jesus and see a son who honors and respects his mother out of the great love he has for her. Jesus performed his first miracle because his mother expressed concern for the shortage of wine at a wedding. Although this man is the Son of God and needs nothing, he still follows the Father's command to honor his mother. But Mary is not allowed to stay close to Jesus, to say kind and loving words to him. They make her go away.
Dear Jesus, when I have to be away from someone I love, help me to offer my lonely feelings to you.
Oh my God, these kids.
I know.
I had to get in front next to them.
Help me to always do what is good and what is just.
Hey guys, Scoot back, scoot back. Hey, keep walking, Kissy.
Stop.
Kissy, keep walking.
Gee.
The sixth station, Veronica wipes the face of Jesus. We adore you, O Christ, and we praise you.
Because by your holy cross you have redeemed the world.
Look at that woman standing before Jesus. We call her Veronica, a poor Jewish woman who sees love in this man's face. She has pushed her way through the crowd to get to Jesus. That was a brave thing to do, with all those rough people around to scare her. She does not understand how they can look at his kind, loving face and do these terrible things to him. But she does not think of them. She thinks only of how she wants to give Jesus a handkerchief to wipe his face. When Jesus gives it back to her, there is an image of his face on the handkerchief. It was Jesus' way of thanking her.
Dear Jesus, let me be thankful to the people who help me when I need help. Help me to do the kind things for others, even if I don't get any reward. Jesus, you based your words and your actions on charity for the greater good of others. Help me to be gracious and generous.
We adore you, O Christ, and we praise you.
Because by your holy cross you have redeemed the world. Look at how hard it is for Jesus to walk. He feels weak and shaky. He has had nothing to eat or drink, and he hurts all over. But the soldiers won't let him stop and rest. They keep pushing at him to walk faster. He tries, but again, he falls down in the dirty street, and the heavy wooden cross falls on top of him.
Jesus, thank you for showing me how always to get up and to keep going.
Dear Jesus, when I try to do something and mess up, help me to start over again, as you did. If somebody falls down or gets hurt, let me feel for them and help them if I can.
വേദന തിങ്ങുന്ന കാലം വരുന്നു
The eighth station, Jesus weeps meets the weeping woman. We adore you, O Christ, and we praise you.
Because by your holy cross you have redeemed the world. Look at the women of Jerusalem. They feel sorry for him and say loving words to him. They are weeping because they have been touched by the immense love and compassion of Jesus. Jesus has never given them worldly goods, but he offered his love, his mercy, his hope, and now his life. He tenderly reaches out to them, even now in his pain. He doesn't think of himself, but stops to comfort them. He tells them that he will feel better if he knows they will always be kind and gentle towards everyone for love of him, and if they will teach their children to do the same. They are good women. They will do what Jesus asks.
Step up close to Jesus. Listen when he talks to these women. It is hard to behave well when you are sick or feeling bad. It takes much courage to be unselfish like that. But Jesus does not think of himself. He thinks only of being kind to these ladies. Whisper in our hearts, Jesus, help me to be thoughtful of others as you are. The ninth station, Jesus falls the third time. We adore you, O Christ, and we praise you.
Because by your holy cross you have redeemed the world. Look at Jesus now. He is walking slower and slower. He's been nearly beaten to death and has fallen twice already. The soldiers wish he would hurry. They are afraid that all the excited people watching Jesus and yelling at him may cause a riot. Jesus is packed in so close, he can hardly breathe. He takes several more steps and then falls down in the dirty street for the third time.
Dear Jesus, if I am slow and people rush me, help me not to get upset. Help me to be kind to everybody, because every one of us needs help sometimes. Even when I fail, please give me the strength and the courage to pick myself up and continue. Help me to keep going when times are tough and it would be easier to quit than to continue.
Jesus' clothes are taken away. We adore you, O Christ, and we praise you.
Because by your holy cross you have redeemed the world. Look at Jesus. He is outside the city of Jerusalem now and standing on a hill called Calvary. The soldiers are going to crucify him here. One of them is pulling off Jesus' clothes. The clothes are sticking to Jesus' sore back. It hurts when they are pulled off, just as it hurts when somebody pulls a band-aid off a sore on your knee. Dismas the thief is being crucified alongside of Jesus. He realizes his sins and asks Jesus to forgive him, to remember him when he comes into his kingdom. Jesus promises Dismas that he will join him today in paradise.
Dear Jesus, keep me strong in battles that I will have to fight, to be good and true to you. Let me never forget that I can pray for your help when I am at Mass. Help me to share the gifts that God has given me with all those who need them.
Station. Jesus is nailed to the cross. We adore you, O Christ, and we praise you.
Because by your holy cross you have redeemed the world. Look at Jesus. He has been laid flat down on the cross. One soldier takes spikes and hammers them through Jesus' hands. After Jesus' feet are also nailed, the soldiers fix the cross into a hole so it will stand straight. Everybody stands around and looks at Jesus. The good people feel unhappy because they love Jesus. The people who don't love him are unhappy as well because they have done something bad. It was a very sad day, that first Good Friday.
Dear Jesus, when somebody hurts me, help me to be forgiving and help me to live a life so Mary would be proud to count me as her child.
Station. Jesus dies on the cross. We adore you, O Christ, and we praise you, because by your holy cross you have redeemed the world.
Woman, behold your son. Behold your mother. Eli, Eli, lema sabachthani. My God, why have you forsaken me? I thirst. Father, into your hands I commend my spirit. It is finished. Look at Jesus hanging on the cross. He has been there for 3 hours. He hurts all over. He is so thirsty, but nobody brings him any water. Jesus does not complain. He prays to his heavenly Father and tells him that he has finished what had to be done. He bows his head and dies. A soldier runs a spear into Jesus' side. Blood and water come out, a sign that Jesus gave everything. Many will wish that they would have met him sooner, so that they could have lived their lives according to his way. You still have that chance.
Dear Jesus, no matter where I am, how long I live, or what happens to me, let me always be thankful that you died for me. At the hour of your death, I will look at you, and I will see love, hope, and mercy. The 13th station. Jesus is taken down from the cross. We adore you, O Christ, and we praise you, because
By your holy cross, you have redeemed the world. Look at Jesus, after his body has been taken down from the cross, and the blood and dirt washed away. The sharp thorns have been taken off as well. Now, he is lying on his mother's lap. She holds him lovingly. She keeps saying his name over and over. How she loves him. Her heart is broken, but she does not cry or give up. She remembers about waiting 3 days.
Dear Jesus, when somebody dies, help me to remember that you have given new life, and that I may be able to see this person in heaven. Let me be kind and helpful if someone in my family is sad. station, Jesus is put in the tomb. We adore you, O Christ, and praise you, because by your holy cross you have redeemed the world.
This is how Jesus is present. I put clean clothes on his body and sprinkled him with sweet-smelling perfume. Now they are putting his body into a tomb. The tomb is being rocked. After they lay him inside, they leave the tomb and roll a giant stone in front of the doorway. It is so large that it takes several big men to roll it into place. Then they all go home.
Step up close to Jesus. You cannot see Jesus because he is still inside the tomb. It is Saturday, the next day. Pontius Pilate, the judge who let Jesus be killed, sent soldiers to the tomb so that nobody could steal the body of Jesus. The soldiers sit by the tomb all day and all night. Imagine that you also sit there and that you watch, pray, and remember the promise of the third day. Whisper to him in our hearts, Jesus, I am waiting for you.
കർത്താവേ ഞങ്ങളെ അനുഗ്രഹിക്കണമേ.